Welcome back to episode 5 of Let's Talk About, the brand new talk show. We already know what it is. Today, our special guest, as always, we're full of them, is...
Amani Simpson.
Amani Simpson. Now, me and you go way back, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of history. We got a lot of family, and you know, it's been a while since I've seen you. So, this is long overdue.
It's gonna be a good chat.
It's gonna be a fantastic chat. Let's dive straight into it. Let's not keep the audience members waiting. We're gonna get into our main purpose, because normally I have mini breakdowns for people, but for you, I already know what it is. So our main topic is purpose.
Yeah.
So I want, just because you're a man of purpose and you know you do a lot of things through God, wanted to backtrack and ask you to give us all a quick, brief breakdown of your history. You know, where you're from, how was your upbringing, what was it like for you?
Yeah, so I was born in North London, actually not too far from here, to two parents. They loved me to the best of their ability. I'm their miracle child. So doctor said you can't have any children. Big up the doctors, because you know sometimes they're wrong. And they had me and my sister, and I guess the environment that I was kind of, you know, nurtured in was great growing up. My dad worked for Lord Allen Sugar at Amstrad. My mum had has a blinds and curtains company, and so we're very entrepreneurial, very like driven go-getters. And yeah, when I was in kind of primary school age, well, about actually year 1, I moved from a prep school to like a state school in Edmonton. But unfortunately, I was bullied, and that bullying really affected my character and meant that I just started to act up in school and start to build a really bad reputation for myself, and that followed me all the way to secondary school. And yeah, long story short, I just did a lot of dumb stuff in my teenage years that, you know, looking back on now, obviously I know that, you know, hindsight is a beautiful thing, but at the time I'm sure that there was a lot of pain that I caused my family. Tried to turn my life around, ended up getting stabbed when I was 21, but then really like just decided that I wanted to be here and I wanted to be on purpose, as you mentioned. And yeah, like since then, like just celebrated the last like 10-year kind of anniversary a couple of weeks back. It's been a good decade of growth and development and finding my purpose, and yeah, just feeling at peace, man. So
just the way you just tell your story, it's just beautiful. You just say it like it just
appreciate you.
It's like a way of, I mean this is a really big thing for you to talk about and open up about the stuff that you've been through as well, because not all of it has been pretty, I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, no, not really.
And we've all done a lot of dumb stuff when we were younger, so things we're not really proud of. Yeah. But we're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on your short film about your life, Amani. How did it change you? You know, making your own short film about you, about a very sensitive topic towards you, especially your family as well. How did it affect or change you? What did it do for you? How did you grow from it? Talk about everything about it.
Do you know what? Like, I guess telling my story in film format is like, man, that's a blessing. Like, I guess to even see like your story like manifesting on screen.
God's got me, yeah? So how did I get here?
Amani, you need to stay with us. Give me my bag back now. Give me my bag back now.
What kind of God would allow us to go through so much pain?
Are you mad, fam? Wasn't me, Arnie, man. Hey, who was it? Who was it?
I always heard the rules on the roads that it's kill or be killed. Why should I believe in you if my faith is in vain?
I just want to know who's moving through the bit.
Amani, blood. What a move, Arnie.
I feel like, yeah, to see that is a real blessing, like proper. So I think for myself, there was a lot of growth I had to go through before I could do that. There was a lot of self-reflection and I guess therapeutic processes I had to go through before I could stand in front of the world and be like, yeah, this is my story, this is what I'm about, this is me. Because then I'm just kind of perpetuating the same things I did when I was a teenager, which is wear a mask, right? But now I'm an adult and I'm kind of in a good place. I need to be in the best form that I can be. So yeah, I think the film really like brought out the best of me in the long run. And I guess the process of never making a film before, but your first film kind of doing as well as it did and having the people that were involved in it, like, again, it's a blessing. And to me, I think it was definitely part of my purpose. It was definitely something that God knew that only I could do in that way and that I'd be able to handle the responsibility of it. And so, yeah, I'm grateful that I was chosen and obviously, you know, I'm still here, so, yeah.
And this is purpose.
Yeah,
Literally
purpose,
the main
man.
part of the...
Interview done then.
Yeah. Not yet, man. I still got lots of questions for you.
Cool.
But yeah, I just, first of all, fantastic film. If you haven't seen Amani, I don't know.
Guy's plugging because he's in the film. He carries the first half of the film. Trust me, he's plugging.
If you haven't seen Amani, I don't know if we can be friends. Please go watch it. It is a sensitive watch. It is a hard watch for some, but it is so worth it. You learn a lot. It's a really emotional, great short film.
And thank you for bringing my younger self to life because, yeah, you're an iconic person in that, man. There's no way the film would have been made without you. So,
thank you.
Big up auntie and uncle for letting us, yeah.
Let's not even get into that. Let's not even get into that.
Take over the world
no,
for a few weeks.
but thank you for casting me in your short film. I played a younger version of Amani, by the way, and the older version is played by Javan Wade. You know who Javan Wade is. But Amani, thank you so much. I mean, it really did kind of change my life as well.
Changed my life too, bro.
So yeah, I mean, I guess that's just purpose, isn't it? You know, this just the way God said, you know, this is the time, and this is the numbers and views and how it's going to change your life.
But I feel like to be honest, it started long before that. You know, even years ago when you decided that you wanted to be an actor, or I decided that, you know, whatever. There's loads of different things that have happened prior to us.
But the paths
crossing
aligned
over at that point.
But the paths aligned.
Exactly, and that's like, I guess it's an encouragement for the future for anybody. It's like, if you don't start now, how do you know when the moment, like, that is your moment, you're gonna be able to seize it? Because really, like, I could have said, yeah, bro, you're in an audition. If you'd come to that audition and hadn't been ready, you wouldn't have got the role.
Yeah.
You know, if I didn't step up to the plate at that point when Javan was about to go to LA, I'd be waiting all now for him to come back and do this film.
Still.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
So I think it's testament definitely to like just shooting your shot and just taking that leap of faith, really, for sure.
Go for it, guys. I know you've got something, whether it's a project, whether it's someone you need to talk to. Go for it, man.
Yeah, word.
Now let's jump into your other short film, Save Me.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna ask me bare questions now. Go on.
You know this. This is an interview. There's no cameras here.
Bro, I'm trying to not
what is it about? What can you tell us?
This guy.
What can you tell us about it? You got to tell us something.
You said to me, oh yeah, like, let me run the questions to you before. I should have. This is what management's for, man. Management's saying, nah, that in the bud. Now, I'm joking.
I gave him a warning.
You
didn't
did.
accept it. Now you got to go.
So actually, you're the first person I'm giving this information to, so it's only right. It's only right. You know,
exclusive. Let's go.
Exclusive. So, Save Me is a film that has been funded by Enfield Council, and it's a film about contextualized safeguarding, which essentially is the idea of people outside of young people's kind of normal family, friends, teachers, basically the community stepping in and helping young people if they see them in need. And so I've created a story about two young people, Fiona, who's slightly older, and Dean, who's slightly younger, and essentially they come together, they intertwine, their lives, their paths cross path like very innocently. But because of what Fiona's involved in, it basically just takes them down a very dangerous path, essentially. That's all I can share.
So you can share.
But yeah, like it's a film that I'm very proud of because it took me out of my comfort zone to write the film, to direct it, to tell the story from a young girl's perspective, a young white girl's perspective. It took me way out of my comfort zone because it meant that I had to go and really sit down and talk to people that were in that environment or had been, and to just learn and really challenge myself from a male perspective as to this is what I want to put onto this character, but does that feel authentic?
Yeah.
And so the journey of writing it and then eventually making it into what it is now, like I'm proud of myself for it, really.
Bro, we're proud of you, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
We're really proud of you. Listen, I don't even got to see it yet to say that, man, because this stuff isn't easy. You know, to write your own short film, to direct your own short film, to jump into other people's shoes and get their experiences and have these conversations. Some of them might have been uncomfortable to then all go and put this within the characters of the short film. You see what I'm saying? It's like Lego, just put them all together. But we've got an exclusive on the Save Me short film from Amani Simpson himself. You know, well, thank you for this, by the way. You know what I mean? This is a first. Yeah. This is a first. So
yeah, I haven't done any other interviews over the last few months that I've spoken about it. I've said I'm writing another short film, but I haven't said what it is. So it's only right I give it to family, right? So,
lucky, man. Well, appreciate you, bro.
Now the interview can't go nowhere. No, just
Next one.
Yeah.
Apprentice Nation.
Yeah.
Yes. How is that elevating you? You know, what have you learnt from that? How has that come about?
Good question. Apprentice Nation for me is something that I've been involved in for a while.
What's it about? Tell the audience.
Apprentice Nation is essentially a platform where young people can get soft skills by watching certain webinars, by, you know, basically getting I'm really doing a really bad job of butchering it and not explaining it properly. Essentially, Apprentice Nation is a platform where young people that want to get insights into work and soft skills, etc., can go and sign up and get information from mentors, role models, and in the process of signing up, they also get a free pass to watch a concert with some top names. So we've had Krypton Conan, Tiny Temper, Miss Banks, Getz, Ray. There's been others. Young T and Bugsy. Loads of people, but for us, it's really about making sure that when they've kind of crossed into our world, that there's so many gems, there's so many, you know, it's tangible things that they can go and do. And especially where university isn't for everybody, I think apprenticeships are important because that allows a young person to essentially say, look, I want to try this thing and I want to get paid and I want to study at the same time, for example. So yeah, it's taught me a lot. It's taught me a lot working with, you know, my mentor, Stephen Green, who started it. And just seeing the way his brain works and seeing kind of what his vision is and adding value to that. And then also working on a very big production. So the last time actually we did it, I didn't do as much of the kind of the webinar stuff. I featured on someone else's. Whereas this time I literally, because I knew I was about to shoot a short film, I just spent time with the director. I just shadowed him for the day before we did a recce, and I said, look, I'm shooting another film soon. I want to just shadow you. And he said, yeah, man, no problem. And I just literally stood there for the rest of the day after and just saw the shots. And just now I've seen it, I got my time to run on it. So it stretched me in many, many ways. Many, many, many ways. And I'm just glad that it's actually having an impact, really. That's it.
And for the young people who want to get involved with Apprentice Nation, please do let them know where they can find it.
Yeah. So if you Google Apprentice Nation, you're very... There's loads of websites on there. There's loads of information. ApprenticeNation.co.uk, I believe, is the URL, not .com. All social medias is Apprentice Nation. And yeah, I think even if you sign up now, there's a lot of information. And we're actually going to do another one in a couple of months. I think our autumn one we're in the final preparations for. So yeah, sign up. You got to be 16 plus, 16 to 24, I believe.
Ladies and gentlemen, get involved.
Yeah,
young people especially. This is serious opportunities. I've learned a lot. I've been blessed to be there as well. For some of it, you've invited me down.
Oh
and
yeah,
just-
you came to the first one.
Yeah. Well,
Where we
it
had
the
black,
first
was that where we had black? We had black from so anyone that knows black from America, the some people call him Six Lack or Black, but yeah, he came over. Well, now I don't know how to call him, bro. Just big man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so yeah, like just I'm glad that you were able to come as well.
Yeah, I mean, just you see, and talking to the young people as well, seeing what it does for them, it's really eye-opening, really heartwarming as well. So, young people get involved. You already know what the links is. Need I say more? Anyway, Amani Simpson.
Yeah.
What's next for you? Where do you see yourself in the next few months?
Next few months.
Yes.
Boy, I've got to shoot another film soon. I might have to do 2 actually, but yeah, I've got to shoot a couple of things because I'm really getting in my storyteller bag now. Like really just like I'm enjoying the process of doing it, and I'm blessed that I get to do another film quite soon after my last one.
Yeah.
That's already funded and stuff like that. So it's a blessing to be attached to a project like that. And then just, I mean, in regards to what we've been talking about, just making sure Save Me comes out with the best push, the best awareness as possible. Obviously, last time with the first short film, Amani, like I went hard on it.
Yeah.
I went hard on that, right? So like, I guess now that I've got like my team and stuff, I'm trying to go extra.
Yeah.
And go further than we did before. But yeah, generally it's just about impact.
Always
Just
elevate,
constantly
man.
serving. That's what I'm here to do. Like just going around meeting young people, working with various different boroughs to do some projects. But just constantly just getting out and serving and just being myself every day and just trying to
grow and elevate.
just trying to grow and elevate, man.
Bro, you're an inspiration to a lot of people.
Thank you, bro.
A lot of young people especially. And you know, this kind of leads me into the next segment, which is just questions.
Cool, let's go.
Questions. You ready?
Yeah, bro, I'm ready.
Okay,
Let's
cool.
go.
Okay. What do you want young people / people who look up to you to gain / work? Well, to gain / learn from you and your work?
What do I want them to?
Yes.
Really, really good question. I think it's the belief that anything's possible if you put your mind to it. Like I have a saying that is, if your mind can go there, your body will follow or your feet will follow. And I think it's important that young people get that, because you really have to visualize where you want to go. And then as with anything, you got to put work in. So that's one of the things. And I think also it's just about service of your fellow man. Like when you make it to a place where you are successful or you have something else to give, it's important not to kind of pull the ladder up, keep it down, constantly allow other people to, you know, kind of see the benefits and get opportunities. So yeah, those are the 2 things.
And you've installed this I forgot what it's called now. You've installed this saying within me. And I know you want to say it. So say it to the No, I'm going to let you say it, bro.
Say it, bro.
Okay, cool. So Amani, when we was filming on set as well, has installed this thing called learn, earn, return. What that means is once you learn things, you know, being on set, having experience on something good or bad, you know, earn from it, you know, see what you can get and download from it, then return it. Obviously positive stuff, please, nothing bad. But then return it to people who, you know, want to learn, jump into the field that you're in, return it to people because you never know what they can do as well. That could be that one thing that they need to.
And the person that told me that was your cousin, Jamelia. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she told me that. Jamelia told me that. So
Big up Jamelia.
Big up Jamelia. She told me
Big
that
up. We need to have her on the show.
a good few years ago. Yeah, and it's definitely something that I've passed on to many people, because it's like, you know, who am I to kind of keep something like that to my? You got to serve other people.
Yeah.
There's no money in the world that you can take. So
it's a very nice feeling giving back as well.
100%.
Next question.
Yeah.
How do you navigate your popularity? Because you've been thrust into the limelight. You've worked with the government. You've worked with NCS, I believe, Apprentice Nation, all governments and councils and whatever. How do you navigate your popularity? Because I know you must have been stopped on the street and, you know, been caught at the shop. So how do you navigate it?
I just try not to let it get to my head, man. Like, feel like as I've got older, like I guess when I was younger, I really wanted popularity, probably for the wrong things, and I was probably sacrificing a lot of my kind of morals and values and character to please other people. And now that I kind of have it for being myself, I'm grateful that I don't have to put on a mask. Like I have gained popularity by telling my truth.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Which isn't for everybody. It's not for everyone to go out there and start saying, well, this happened to me. Like there's like my pathway was my pathway. But I feel like fundamentally it's who you keep around you.
Yeah.
And how you stay grounded. And, you know, when it comes to my mentors, like they get onto me and they see me at my vulnerable moments. And obviously I'm married to my wife as well. And do you know what I mean? All of these people around me, my friends, my villagers, I call them, my mum, my dad, like all of these people keep me grounded. And even though I haven't seen the heights of success and fame and wealth and all that stuff, I want to just build that into the infrastructure of who I am. And even when I hope I don't get to the point where I can't walk down the street because of paparazzi, because I don't want to be famous like that. That's a lot of pressure. That's like superstar pressure. I would like for people to say, oh, are you not the guy that did that? I rate what you do, or, you know, big up what you're doing. Like, I like that. As soon as it becomes like fan, like, oh my gosh, like we're locking off the road for you. Like, I don't want that. Like I used to rap when I was younger and I went to college with Chipmunk and I saw his success when he won the Mobo and how it changed. And I remember at the time that I said, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have groupies and stuff because that's just not my lifestyle. And so, I like fight for all of that for me anyway. That's not really my style. I'd rather just be humble and be able to go wherever I want and just, stay rooted and grounded in it. Do you get me?
Respect it a lot, man. A lot of people can learn from that. A lot of people need that lesson as well. Not to throw anything.
Fame ain't always cracked up to be. Many people I know that are famous that are lost youths, man. Lost. Like, hollow inside, boy.
That's the reality of it. And that's the reality of it. Because a lot of people chase fame thinking it will do wonders for them, and it really doesn't. It creates more problems. Yeah. And
it just, all fame does, and relationships, and there's a lot of things that really just like, they just like kind of shine a torch on the areas that are dark inside of you.
Fame shines a torch.
100%. It shines a torch on the dark areas because there's a lot of lights on you, a lot of eyes on you. And if you've got small little issues now, trust me, when you got money and fame and that, and if it gets to your head, it will just amplify even more.
Light it up. Next question, bro. How do you work with other people of influence or of popularity? I don't like to call them famous, but you know, of popularity.
How do you work with them?
Yeah. Must be some challenging personalities. And
Yeah, for sure. Because again, as I said, there's some people that are hollow inside, and that could be anybody, even people that are not famous or whatever can be hollow. I think fundamentally it's about communication and trying to manage expectations at the beginning, trying to really like find a way where, you know, if you are about to do a project that you've set the parameters out from before, you understand what you're trying to bring to the table, what the other person's trying to achieve, and you kind of don't leave anything to chance. Have the difficult conversations, because it's better that you have it there and flesh it out there than you go into the quote unquote battlefield and you haven't got your armor, or you haven't thought about this, or do you get what I mean? Like, it's a lot. And so I think working with people that are famous, especially those that have got more kind of management or popularity or whatever, or pressure on their shoulders, even more so. Find out what it is that they want to get out of it, how involved do they want to be, all of these different things.
And then work around it.
Yeah, like, you know, here's what it is, man.
Awesome. Next question.
Yeah.
What do you do to get your mind right?
It's a good question. I pray, for sure. I pray. I do affirmations. I go for walks. Like, I love walking. I haven't actually done a proper walk in a while, but during lockdown that kept me sane. Like walking and just discovering nature and just like buying Wellington boots and just walking in a puddle like a 6-year-old. Like I'm telling you, like we like, it's good to play as an adult. Especially creative, or just generally, it's good to play and not take everything so seriously. And I play PlayStation. I just got a PS5 not long ago, so I've just been banging out games. Like, I've been playing games since I was young, so it's my way of exporting myself from the pressures of the day to day and just getting caught up in a FIFA match or a tournament or whatever game that I'm playing or whatever. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, yeah, man, those are the things.
Everyone needs like a outlet
Yeah.
or something.
Trying to think if there's anything else. Like obviously spending time with family is a given. But yeah, I'd say. Yeah.
Fantastic. Next question. Who is someone you want to work with that you haven't yet?
That I haven't worked with yet. Christopher Nolan.
Ooh. Why Christopher Nolan?
Because he's a bad boy director. Bad boy director. I watched The Dark Knight Rises yesterday again. Yeah, he's a bad boy director. Inception's one of my favorite films, and I want to make films like that.
Awesome.
I want to make films that have got layers to them, and they're just deeper. So I'd love to just shadow him.
Yeah.
And just spend like just shoot a film with him, just be his assistant or whatever, and just pick his brain and just see how he works and just be there throughout the whole process. For sure. There's many others, but that's who came to mind.
I see that. That was one of my next questions as well. What type of genre of film or a TV show, let's say TV show now, because you already covered film, would you want to direct if/when, because when, everything lines up for you to do so?
I love drama. I love drama. I've got quite a few drama series in my head already. Some true life ones, some, things that are fiction. But yeah, like I really love drama. I love the ability to kind of build a character and to get involved in like the little small details of what they're going through and the problems that they've got to solve, and the suspense as well. So I'm looking forward to being able to do that on a bigger level. And like just going for it, man.
And all right, cool. Off the top of your head, if you was to give it a name right now, what would you give it?
What?
If you was to name
series?
your
Finding Amani.
Ooh.
Yeah, I want to tell my story. That's what I'm going to do. It may not be the first thing that I do, but I'm going to tell my story in detail.
Okay.
To the level that I think it needs to be told. Obviously, there's certain things that I'll keep away from the screen because you don't need it. But the journey that me and my family have been on to get to where we are now, and to still love each other, and to still get through what we get And I think now that I look back as an adult into the life that we kind of overcame, I feel like our stories and our perspective could help so many other families. And so, yeah, having the ability to do it again, not to glorify myself or my family, but to use us as an example for families that do go through turbulence, that are worried about their young man or, being new parents, whatever. Just giving that perspective, I'd love to do that.
To give back.
So, yeah, one of these days it will happen. I was talking to someone the other day, so yeah, man, when the time's right. I'm not rushing to do it though.
I know, but these things kind of just come in cycle. Right, look, reflecting back at your life, if you could have a 5-minute conversation with your younger self, in whether you were like 10 or 18 or something, if you could have a 5-minute conversation with yourself, what would you say?
I would choose the 5-year-old Amani.
Okay.
A few days after him starting primary school. I actually did this with my therapist, actually. So I'll tell you what I said.
Okay.
I would encourage him, and I'd say, I see you, and I know that you're going to change because you have to survive in the school environment. And I know that, how you're feeling right now is feeling like very, very pressured, but just keep going. And me as a 31-year-old, looking back at you as a 5-year-old, it's a lot of pain on the journey, but there's a lot of happiness once you find yourself. So find Amani. And Amani means peace in Swahili, strength in Ugandan or Kiga Ugandan, and aspiration in Arabic. So yeah, just encouraging people to find their Amani, really.
Wow, find themselves. That's big.
100%.
That's big. Okay, my last question to you. What do you prefer and why? Speaking on radio and TV or speaking in schools and colleges?
Schools and colleges.
Why?
Because it's in person. There's no feeling like the energy is different when you see young people and you're kind of able to speak life into them directly. Yeah. Like TV, radio and stuff is a medium that there's many people that I've seen. I'm telling you, bro. Where did I go the other day? And someone that I haven't seen in time was like, yeah, like I saw you on the news a couple of years ago. I didn't know that. I'm not saying that it's about, let me tick boxes and this person seeing me, but there was no interaction between me and that person.
You didn't think of it.
I didn't think of it, but that person seeing me. So I would prefer that I can look at someone in their eye. And also it allows me as a youth coach to notice little small nuances that you can't notice on TV. You can't do on TV. So when I'm in a room, I might see a young person who feels a little bit like their energy is a bit like they're not really confident. And after I can focus and say, look, I see you, man, you're all right, keep your head up. Like I've done that many a time because I walk with God and I feel like God gives me certain things to say to people as a vessel of light. Like I feel like I need to do that. Can't do that on TV, can't do that on radio. So it's a medium, you can reach more people, but in person is always.
And you never know what that can do for someone.
100%. Because people have done it for me all my whole life. Like people have said words of encouragement when I needed it, and I've never got that from like a Will Smith or like someone that's on the other side of a TV.
Yeah.
Like, I've got other things, but not that personal.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So.
Yeah. Wow. This has been an amazing interview. Do you want to shout out anyone within
Shout
your
out my mom.
Yeah. Go for it. Shout them all out.
Do you know what? Just shout out the village. Shout out everyone that just plays a small part in my village. Big, whatever, word of encouragement, someone that shared my film or our film, you know, someone that has just just on the journey, just added a brick to my life, a positive brick to my life. Like, I appreciate you. And I'll pay it forward, which is what I'm trying to do. So yeah, I think just shouting out those people that sometimes they know who they are, sometimes they don't. So God bless you guys, man.
And for the people who want to find you online on social media, where can they find you?
On Instagram, my name is Amani.Simpson. My youth organization is Aviard Inspires, AVIARD Inspires, if you search that on Google. And actually, without sounding pretentious, if you put my name in Google, then you'll get the film, you'll get like my Twitter links and stuff like that, like loads of articles and stuff that I've done. So yeah, without sounding like arrogant or whatever, it is actually the best place because you say there's so many options of what you can find out about me. So
just Google him, you'll be fine. You'll find everything.
See, and that's why I didn't say it like that, because when you say just Google me, it sounds like I'm just but it is actually legitly the easiest way. It's most efficient. Until I get my website, I'm doing my website now. So
see, that's another thing in progress.
Then I'll be AmaniSimpson.com.
And last, I'm gonna throw just one random question in there. What is something like an activity that you want to do but haven't had the chance yet?
Shooting, like
clay
gun
pigeons.
range.
Oh, okay, gun range.
Yeah,
okay.
gun range. Yeah, I'd love to do that. Just because, like, I don't know, like I think I've grown up my whole life, like seeing guns in different formats in like you know movies or games or whatever. And of course, I'm not involved in gun violence or advocating it in any way, but like I guess just shooting.
Yeah.
Like it's like one of those things that we've shot guns on Call of Duty our whole life, like. And now it's actually, I'm at an age where I can actually shoot a gun in a range. So why not? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
fantastic. Yeah.
Why not?
Awesome. Amani Simpson, it's been an honor. Thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been an honor. It's been a pleasure.
I don't know if I said it on this version, but I'm proud of him. It's come a long way.
Stop it, man.
So this is on the record now. This is on the record. I'm proud of you, bro.
You're gonna make me blush.
Yeah,
but bro, it's been an honor. Thank you so much for coming down. I really do appreciate it. Once again, massive shout out to mkcypherfilms, aka Michael. You already know what it is.
Yeah.
You got the set looking lovely. If you want to come on the show, hit us up. You know where to find me on Instagram. You know how to find Michael on Instagram. Other than that, we'll see you in the next one.